did bring.
This is a rainy May Saturday afternoon on the plains of Auburn, with graduation happening also. My name is Robert Wilkins, and this is Citizens Minutes, 21st edition. Our solid waste rates are going up 36%, from $23.50 to $32 per month. First increase since 2014. Discussion and voting will be at the June 3rd Auburn City Council Meeting. Do your homework. The city will also be paying 2 software companies for a year for the same service while making the transfer from one company to another. Councilman Griswald felt that a year overlap was excessive.
Chapter 20, Article 2, Section 20-47 and Section 20-53 of City Code by increasing solid waste charges per a rate study that was completed in late 2023. Rates for solid waste, also known as garbage, trash, and recycling, have not been increased since 2014.
Customers, I believe, over 5,000 customers. We are serving 7,000 party that has come in and provided consulting and a study.
Yeah, and to clarify, when a municipality raises rates in per state law, there has to be a nexus to the cost of services provided. So you can't just arbitrarily pick a rate out of the air. It has to be a nexus to our cost of providing service. So every bit of cost is, it's a cumulative cost for us to provide the service, and that's what builds into the rate. Right now, effectively, or the citizens of Auburn are subsidizing all solid waste collection for everybody in the city who receives it, because there's not enough money collected from the current charges of 10 years ago to fund the operation. Okay. Doesn't mean it's a negative situation. It's how we...
The total for home residential customers is $8.50.
The total change
the
monthly
total change,
would be
the increase would be
$8.50. Go from $23.50 to $32
okay.
a month.
The staff has put together a lot of information that's in our booklet here tonight that you can access online. And it's our intent, if the council approves this postponement, to give you approximately a month to consider these changes and to speak to those changes and let us know what your perspective is. We will put this back on our agenda on June the 3rd.
Well, it's auburnal.gov/agenda with today's date, and they can find the full council packet, but we'll get a direct link to some things going after this meeting.
On the notifier?
We can do all of the above. We just I need my communications team to work with finance and environmental services to put some information together.
Thank you.
Authorizes a contract with Tyler Technologies for the purchase of an enterprise public safety software suite in the amount of $586,405.
Okay, I know I'm asking a lot of questions, but when I see a $500,000 bill, I get curious. So do we need another full year's contract with Southern to make that happen? Or is there a period of time that, give them a modified contract?
Is that to be determined?
3 months, half a year?
We'd have to negotiate that with Southern Software, and we haven't.
Yeah, I mean, I'd hate to be
discussed it
paying
yet.
2 separate companies for the same overall function, which sounds like what we're going to be doing. We're going to be paying Tyler to come in, get set up with their one-time access fee to include $303,000. At the same time, we're paying Southern $70,000 for hanging around, I guess.
And the vast majority of every software contract we have, when we switch over, this is what happens. We often have a year of overlap or 6 months or 3 months, because we have to continue to provide services without stopping. So there isn't a way to fully measure that right now, but that is something both the Information Technology Department and Public Safety have been collaborating about, and we don't have a final answer on that, but we will know more about it coming up. But it is possible it's a whole year at $70,000.
So really, we're looking in excess of $500,000. So we've got to have 2 companies on the hook, so for the same function. But I understand that it's necessary for the transition. I understand that. Just hope there's some way to mitigate the overall cost of the company we're not happy with. I hate to issue them a brand-new contract for a full year if we're not happy with them.
We had a total of 4 citizens that spoke at the Open Citizens Forum. The First Auburn Citizen spoke about the Toomer Sit and movement, marking the 1,801st day. Next citizen spoke on numerous issues such as Auburn's tax abundance, to the gaudy downtown Auburn skyscraper, to planning left out of the Auburn Planning Commission, to the ugly forced city logo by the city manager and their words backed up with Paula data. Then a Dothan citizen spoke about a free service for drug addiction, while the last citizen asked the mayor and council where they stood concerning Auburn High School International Transgender Day visibility ribbons that was done last week, but no response.
Some of you may be aware that I'm involved with the Toomer Sit movement, which today marked the 1801st day. And I'm sure that it's been called to your attention about what's been going on there in recent days. Now, I'm not here tonight to ask anybody connected with the city of Auburn to give us any special favors. What we are asking is that you consider what impact this is going to have on the activities that are going on in Auburn just this week, some which were mentioned by the Auburn University representative in her remarks. I was surprised she didn't mention the baseball series, but but that just goes to show you how big this is, that we are concerned about this. I'm more concerned about how it's going to affect people coming into Toomer's Corner, going out of Toomer's Corner, to just walk or to just have graduation pictures made, and in more rolling of Toomer's Corner that's going to be expected. It's going to happen at least one time this week. And also we are aware that some people that are trying to go into the other areas of Toomer's Corner, such as the Whataburger, such as the PNC Bank, such as the Toomer's Drugs, and I'm sure they want a lot of business this week. Just, I just wanted to call that to your attention and to understand that we just want to exercise our First Amendment rights. We acknowledge that we've made mistakes and we tried to do things as peacefully as possible. We're just concerned that they are trying to sort of take away our rights and the rights of others. So, and we can't, we are aware of what the ordinances say on harassment, and I've been personally harassed. But that's something that we have to address outside the city. And we do want to meet with campus security and also with some of the people involved until we'll try to work through them before we have to come before you all. We hope that we don't have to come before you all. And, with your having this 100 good places to live, I'm sure the last thing you want is bad publicity. So just keep that in mind. And like I say, we'll acknowledge our mistakes and we'll try to work better to make sure that we don't violate anyone's Bill of Rights and that we observe the ordinances. Thank you.
Yes, what are we talking about?
Yeah, I don't know if, let me see, there is a group, there are some guys from Lakeview Baptist Church who have come to us and just pretty much dominated the conversation, and they just are trying to push a certain viewpoint, and we try to give them some feedback, and it just seems that it's not going to come to a resolution. But there have been more people from this group out there. I think it's called In Something, Alabama. I even noticed Monday morning when I was coming to Toomer's Corner to do some recycling work. I've been lazy and not go to the recycling center, so I saw a recycling can there and I emptied it. I noticed that there was an American flag planted in the area where the Toomer Sit movement has been sitting. Now, I don't know if Auburn University is aware of this. I don't know if Auburn University gave the permission. All I know was there. And I have not been there since Monday morning, so I don't know whether it's still there or not. But it just seems that they want to dominate what's going on there and not give people the right just to move around. Just to move around.
It's not dealing with any city employees.
No, it's not involving city employees, no, sir.
Council. Auburn, a misuse city. The city of Auburn is blessed with an abundance of tax dollars with little infrastructure needs compared to well-established cities like Montgomery, Mobile, and Birmingham. But what do we do with the abundance? We allow the former mayor, the present mayor, our past and present city management run roughshod over duly elected past and present Auburn City Council and Auburn citizens. When they speak, they can give us words with hollow data and present them as the truth. The lack of data that has created a lack of planning in the future of Auburn. Citizen property rights were taken away by expanding an unconstitutional 1999 ordinance 1883 family definition and parlayed it into a 2021 ordinance 3288 as short-term rental while ignoring the rights of certain Auburn citizens. We citizens have proposed a homestead amendment allowing Auburn residents their property rights through the city of Auburn while controlling the commercial activities within those designated zones. We presently have 4 of the 5 votes needed to pass the homestead exempt amendment to ordinance 3288. We are told that the timing is not right by many Auburn council members. Was there no timing over the last 1,512 days since the signing of Ordinance 3288? We have a downtown that is run over by gaudy Auburn skyscrapers in the form of student housing by the non-caring commercial developers and the local gritty associates. These students' housing development should have stayed on the university property, instead has continued to destroy the loveliest village on the plains. We have the Auburn Planning Commission that does no planning, just approves future commercial zoning changes by utilizing the plans of 2020, 2030, 2040 into infinity and beyond, while ignoring any resemblance of our oldest established neighborhood, while the new HOA neighborhoods grow at a speed of light. Even our city manager runs over our city council by creating a horrible logo up there and the horrible slogan without the council approval or even the approval of the Auburn citizens, while taking this logo and weak slogan and spreading the image of once the loveliest village on the plains.
What I'm here to talk about tonight is we offer free services. We are not asking for no money or no source from nobody. We're here to help those that deal with addiction. Addiction right now, it does not look like the homeless person do. It affects anybody and everybody right now. We have fentanyl going through this country at a rapid rate. I lost my daughter 5 years ago. I take this very serious. I was the COO of an auto group out of Dallas, Texas. I retired and I moved back here to do this, what I'm doing today. My wife works for a treatment center in Dothan. The city of Auburn, the court system does use that treatment center. My thing is, I get up every day with one goal, is to help one person. We have a community center in Dothan. We have a community center in Mobile, also been open one in Bruton. My next phase, I'm hoping, is Auburn itself, Lee County. Because my thing is, I come up here, it's a beautiful city. I have a child that graduated here. My thing is, I just want to see people get better. That's all I want. I don't want to see people sit in a prison cell for the rest of their life because they've been addicted to a pill or to another drug. Y'all, we have people dying from overdose of marijuana right now because of fentanyl. I have packets for all of you here today. It has fentanyl, fentanyl test strips in it.
Watch out.
Sorry about that. No fentanyl, y'all, I promise you. It has a fentanyl test strip, also has Narcan in it. The Narcan, I am training first responders throughout the state on how to use. I'm in the prison systems, colleges, and hospitals itself. It's just, we're anywhere and everywhere right now. And like I said, we don't want your money. I don't need it. ADMH has plenty right now with the opioid lawsuit money. My goal is to just get up here. I'm up here 2 or 3 times a month already. I cover 11 counties by myself up under the OD2A grant, which is overdose action. And I thank y'all. I respect every one of y'all for what y'all are doing, because this is the most commendable city council meeting I've sat in. Go to Dothan, you'll see what I'm talking about. But it's been very well reserved. I thank y'all for allowing me to speak. And like I said, I do have packets for each one of y'all.
I wasn't able to come last month, but I did want to address the Transgender Day of Visibility ribbons that were handed out at Auburn High School. This is part of something that I have noticed as a disturbing pattern in the last 3.5 years. And what I'm asking of the council and the mayor is to know where you all stand on this. A couple of you have told me this is not a school issue, or this is a school issue and not a city issue. The schools follow the school board. You appoint the school board. You work for us. This is your issue. You own it. This has nothing to do with adults, how adults choose to live their lives. This has everything to do with children. And I want to be very clear about that. I don't care how an adult lives their life. It doesn't bother me. I do care about what children are exposed to and what you're endorsing. And I'm not talking either about what is legal, right? Issuing of permits versus what your values are. Here are the performers from Auburn Pride Fest in the past, up until this year. Sharon Cox, Cedric Mancucci, Twat Weiland, Mr. Ellie A., who is a shirtless, transgendered woman to man with performing shirtless in front of children with scars. Buttons the Clown, Miss Roxanne receiving tips, cash tips from a young guest, according to the OA News. Buttons the Clown, Delicious Ross with a child, an underage child in one arm, and a handful of cash money in another arm. We went from 2022 to 2023 with the controversy with the library. We're using public parks to make proclamations. We had the issue with the teacher. And now we're at the schools. Parade, city park, school. What's the line between tolerance and acceptance? And what's the line between acceptance and celebration? And if you're taking a position of value neutrality, then you are endorsing what you accept. And that is what I'm hearing from this council right now. And we deserve to know where you stand on this issue as it pertains to our children.
Martin Luther King Jr. said, "There comes a time when one must take the position that it is neither safe, nor politic, nor popular, but he must do it because conscience tells him it is right." Citizens question. Ruben asked, "The city of Auburn seems to spend literally little or no time on social issues, just putting roundabouts in and changing the business zoning." Ruben, I'm afraid there's a lot to your statement. We are also fortunate to have the abundance of tax revenue, but I feel it's not wisely spent for all the Auburn citizens. Get informed. But if you want to see changes, get your neighborhood or yourself to run and representing your ward. It looks like our mayor will be running for a third term. Find someone you trust and elect as a caring mayor. Please make comments on Citizens Minutes by going to nextdoor.com or youtube.com. Remember, your council is only as good in the information that you gather.